Hi everybody, Tara Day here, your pro trainer from CanFit Pro. Today we're doing our third video in our series on foam rolling. Today we're going to be looking at our calves and how to release muscle tension and fascia tension in our calves. So we're going to choose a foam roller of our choice. I like the nice little firm knobby foam roller, but there are many different types. When you're looking for a consistency of a foam roller, just give it a little test and think about what feels right for your body when you dig into those muscles. So we're going to begin on our calves. Our calves, we have a nerve that runs up the middle, so we don't want to put a lot of attention on the middle of our calf, having our toes pointed north to the ceiling. But we're going to start on the inside of the calf. So I'm going to turn my foot and section our calves, our meaty section of the calves, into two parts. We're going to focus on the low part, and then we're going to move up to the top section. So as I put pressure in my hands and lift my bum slightly, we can put pressure into that calf. And if that doesn't feel too bad, the pressure is, we're able to take it well. We can also increase that by crossing over it and putting a little more weight there. So when we roll our calves, we're going to focus not on long rolls, but more on the pressure that we place down. So right now I'm digging into my calf. It doesn't feel too bad. We're going to do 8 to 10 rolls back and forth. And then we're going to stop right on that area. And I'm going to take that foot of the calf that I'm rolling, and we're going to flex down and flex up. And this helps to move the muscle fibers and the fascial connections underneath the skin. So we're digging in and breaking it up a little bit better. Once I do that 5 to 8 times, we're going to move up to the second section in our inner calf. So again, focusing more on pressure, then length of roll, making sure we get at least 8 to 10 rolls back and forth. And then once we do that, we're going to flex the foot, move those muscle fibers, and break it up. So when we go to the outer part of the calf, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to section our muscles into two parts, focus mainly on the low part, and then come up to the higher part. Something to keep in mind, in addition to the nerve that runs up the center of our calf, is that we never want to go behind our knee when we roll. There's lots of nerves and ligaments and tendons, connective tissues in the back of the knee that are very sensitive. So we do make sure we want to stay away from the back of the knee when we roll. So again, same thing, we're going to focus on pressure as opposed to length of roll, staying down in the lower section. Once we get 8 to 10 rolls, we are again going to flex the foot to help break it up. And if we're ever on a certain area that feels a little tighter than others, you can put a little more focus there. I tend to roll each area for about 30 seconds up to a minute at one time. So now we're at the top section, doing our rolls 8 to 10 back and forth, focusing on lots of good pressure. And then once we get 8 to 10 rolls, we're going to flex the foot back and forth, breaking up the fibers, breaking up any scar tissue. And once we do one, then we're going to repeat the same process for the other. And that's how we foam roll our calves. So if you're continuing to enjoy the video series, we're going to move up the body to our hamstrings and our glutes, a really tight area. Lots of people need release in the glutes. So please continue to follow us on Instagram at Lifestyles Fitness Studio, on Facebook and Twitter at Lifestyles Health and Wellness, and please like and subscribe to our Lifestyles YouTube channel.